Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here. I'm super excited to be sharing some of the experiences I had at MEX. And this was my first time not only as an attendee, but also as a speaker. So I'll be sharing some of the insights I learned from the speakers, some of the cool highlights I saw on the showroom floor, and answering the ultimate question, do I think DJ conferences are worth it? So I think a lot of people were shocked when I said I've never been to a DJ conference before. With it being in the middle of the week, these conferences are hard to attend for us people that have day jobs. With my YouTube channel growing and with as much effort as I was putting into it, I thought that speaking at a DJ conference would be good for the channel. So kind of on a whim, I applied to speak at MEX, and I chose MEX just because Las Vegas is a really easy to get to from where I am at in Salt Lake City, and to my delight they accepted me. And I have all of you viewers to thank, so thank you so much for supporting this channel. It's really your support that helped unlock this opportunity for me. And in case you're wondering what's the compensation for a speaker at a mobile DJ conference, well, I guess I can't speak for all of them, but there really is no compensation, which is actually pretty normal for conventions like this in other industries, but you get free tickets. So I was able to bring along everyone that works for me with me. I gotta hang out with Braxton and Brian a lot. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And you get mad street creds, which will be useful next time I get in a Facebook argument over Serato versus Virtual DJ. Just kidding. I mean, seriously, I am trying to be less contentious, really embrace my inner hippie. So the venue that they chose, the South Point Casino, was the perfect venue for this because it was close enough to the important parts of Las Vegas, namely for me the airport, but it was also far enough away that parking was free and the food inside the casino was cheap. And it was just a more chill environment. And I was only there from Monday night till Wednesday night, so I didn't do any of the touristy Vegas things, but I learned that most people do it the weekend before or the weekend after. And us Utah DJs, we have a tradition where we all take a big group photo. So that was my first time I got to participate. And so some of the best minds in the DJ biz speak at these types of things. So I'm not going to share a synopsis of every single speaker, but let me share a few of the insights that I thought were useful for me in my business. Ben Herman of Profitable DJ, by the way, I love that company name. It's so inclusive. Part-timer, full-timer, hobbyist, we can all be profitable, right? He talked about his experiences of owning a large multi-op company and stepping away from the day-to-day while he employs a team of executives to run the company for him. And that was an interesting vision contrasted with Mike Walter sharing within his 35 years of DJing. He tried an approach like that, but realized that he personally liked leading his company from the front and gigging alongside his crew. And that was huge to me because, as a parent of really young children, I've been struggling wanting to be gone so much, DJing so often. So I've been trying to find a balance, and I thought about that approach where I'm completely removed and other people run the company for me, and I get this form of passive income. But then Mike Walter inspired me, and I remembered why I even started my company in the first place. It was to make money, don't get me wrong, but it was because it was fun. I enjoyed it. I love performing. I feel I get my best insights in being an effective entertainer entertaining. And then I saw a talk given by Chris Washburn, which, man, he did a gig out here in Utah one time, and I was his rider providing him all the gear. And he was a super nice and helpful dude back then. So it is no surprise to me that he's on fire in the DJ education circuit and all these DJ conferences, giving these really cool speeches. Kudos to him. And this speech was no different. It was really good. He shared his vision for school dances and making a compelling case that the juice is maybe worth the squeeze. And he shared valuable information on how to be successful at them. So I like school dances, but I've pretty much given up on them. So someone once told me a strategy for booking school dances, you just give them a huge discount and then they'll love you so much that they won't be able to not book you, so they'll pay any price you ask. So I tried that strategy a few times, and the schools loved the performance, things went great, but then it made people really mad when the price increased 500%. And so Chris shared a great strategy that I think takes that but tweaks it in a way that it's a win-win, that makes more sense for more people, that sets the expectations up front. He shows the people the full price, he explains it, and then he waives the talent fee, or he waives a portion of the fee. But it's a great way to get your foot in the door, set expectations that for when the next time comes for the gig, they're not surprised or have sticker shock when it's going to be more expensive. Fernando Gonzalez gave some great insights into emceeing and voice work, and pretty much said that my entire diet of caffeine and burgers leads to inflammation, which creates mucus and works against you as a speaker. Bummer. And John Roach and Rich Cranston had some very useful ideas on how to create cool content for marketing your multi-app. And of course, this was my first time speaking at a DJ conference.
And who's an expert in DMX lighting all the way from Salt Lake City. Please put your hands together for Mr. Daryl Bennett.
So I gave a crash course on calculus to DJs, and we shared some Breaking Bad memes. So we did actually talk about those things, but my idea was challenging people to consider like why they're bringing lighting before they go out and implement a lighting solution, and just kind of reflect like why they are in business. And you know, if you're interested in my talk, I have the full thing on YouTube. I'll have a link in the description below. And so my nerves were pretty high with this. I mean, this is way different than doing a YouTube video in the comfort of my own home behind my own computer screen. And there's like no retakes, there's no splicing. So yeah, it's a one take type of a deal. So I think it went pretty well. People gave me lots of great feedback afterwards saying they enjoyed it. And again, there were so many great speakers, and I try to make these videos not too long. So those are just some of like the main takeaways that really impacted me. So let's get over to the showroom floor. There was a lot of photo booth stuff. Like a lot of photo booth stuff. But this channel is mostly about DJ stuff, so I'll stick to some of the cool DJ related finds. And this being my first DJ conference, I got to see a lot of big names within like the DJ influencer community. It was great to shake the hands of a lot of like my Facebook friends and meet them in person, put a real face behind the online persona. I got to see some of the new releases from Pioneer and Alpha Theta. I gotta try the Omnis Duo as well as the Wave 8. I'm still kind of iffy on the branding. And while I think the Omnis Duo was like very sleek, I don't think that it was as intuitive as other DJ controllers. But you know, I didn't really hate them. I thought they were pretty good. I got to see the Humpter B3 in person, and I actually had an entire video pretty much saying like I didn't think it was worth the price, but seeing like how solid that booth was in person, like how little it wobbled when you like would move it around, I'm scrapping my entire video and changing my opinion on that booth. And I was really excited because Max Design was releasing a new DJ booth, which I suspected would be more like the Humpter B3. And if you want like a foldable facade table and you've incorporated like the Danny Max style into your branding, I think this might be a good option for you. There were a lot of TV booths, and to be honest, I really like the one that Moby Booth just released. I think it looks very sleek. In the NLFX Pro showroom, I gotta hear a demo of the eVerse 8 and the eVerse 12 side by side, and I gotta say that the 12 is noticeably like more powerful. Looking at just like the spec sheet, you wouldn't be able to tell, but like in person, you can tell that it has more depth and it hit harder. I visited the RCF demo room, and I gotta see what all the hype was about. These speakers can get loud, and they sound really good when they're loud. And I also got to hear the Maui G4 in person, and that thing is a beast. That thing sounds really good, but it also is huge. Another thing that was very curious was there was a lot of battery powered movers for sale, and I was genuinely surprised that they're not selling more. I think that they're awesome. I asked the rep with JMS if we'd ever see an Aero series in white, and he was very quick to answer no, which has me think that they're not selling. I was able to see JMS's Pixel tubes, which is such a shame that they're not DMX controllable because they're extremely lightweight and they look great. And so the night before my speech, my phone decided to do like a mandatory update, and it bricked itself. So I had no phone like the second day. So a lot of my experiences I don't have footage for, but I got to go to the Maestro DMX booth. I got this pretty cool sticker. I like the sparkly edge. I still would like to get my hands on that and try it out. It was interesting, one of their staff said that the software works better when it's connected to a computer, and they have like a MIDI controller for it. They're still new, they're still refining like the ideal workflow with their software, but it's cool that they're getting out in front and meeting with people. I gotta see the Chauvet booth. I gotta see like the new Freedom sticks. And I gotta say, no. The LEDs are so far apart that adding like a frosted filter tube on it, it doesn't make it a glow tube. It doesn't have like the same feel or aesthetic as any of these other Pixel tubes. But I gotta try out like the ILS system in person, their new ILS Commander connected to various ILS lights. And I think to really give like a good opinion on it, I'd really need to sit down with it and play with it more. At the show, I mean, it wasn't as intuitive as I thought it would be, but it's still cool that I got to see it in person. I got to see like the freedom spots. I still think they're really cool, a bit heavier and heftier than I thought. So yeah, lots of cool gear. And another thing that was really cool is that one of my recent podcast episodes, I talked with Mike Melise about like upcoming trends that we're probably going to see. And he talked about like fan holograms, and I saw fan hologram vendors there. And so while I think that there still needs to be a few more steps before it's really mobile DJ ready, like the future's coming. So I think we could see that coming up. And while I was super sad that I missed the Alan Berg speech, I was able to get a few sage words with him, and I apologize, my microphone died. This is what he had to say. Alan Berg, and this guy is the mastermind of some of the best books for wedding people, and he even has one for like disc jockeys specifically. What advice do you have for like DJs out there that are trying to book more leads?
Just understand that the skills you need to be a great DJ at an event are not the same skills you need to be great in sales. So you have to work on those skills differently than you work on, just like you work on the skills of being a better performer and reading the room better and stuff like that. You need to work on the sales skills. That's what I do. I don't teach you how to be a better DJ. Right? I teach you how to have a more profitable business because you have to ask better questions, you look for the answers, you ask for the sale, all those things in my books.
Right.
And that's what I've been doing. I don't know if you saw, but I'm being inducted into the Mobile Entertainment Experience Hall of Fame.
Well deserved, my friend.
Tonight, I'm the first non-DJ to be inducted, and it's because I've helped so many DJs over the years have a better business.
It's helped my business for sure, so definitely check out his books. Thank you so much. Before I share my thoughts and like what I thought about the conference, like congrats to all of like the new Hall of Fame inductees, and thank you for all you do for the DJ community. Great job to everyone who performed at the various DJ parties. Could not think of a harder gig. You have nerves of steel. And thank you to all of you who introduced yourselves and said hi. It was great to meet you. And thank you to Ken for being a great MC, and thank you to fellow Utah DJ Russ for being an awesome vibe curator. And thanks to Rob and to Mike and everyone that helped organize and run this show. So the $1 million question, or I guess $300-ish question, is attending a DJ conference actually worth it? So I will say this, I think that everyone involved in putting on this show genuinely wants to make this like a valuable and fun thing for everyone in attendance. And there's lots to learn. And even if you're someone who thinks you know like everything in the world, like just think about church going folks, you know? People go to church every week and they're not like learning new things. They pretty much know all of the things that is being preached on the pulpit, but people like hear those messages at different parts in their life, and it resonates with them like in different ways to help give them insights at the right time. And big doors swing on small hinges, so the insights that you gain at a DJ conference could be like the key to your next big step in your career. And I'll be honest, I've never met an unpassionate DJ. Us DJs love what we do, and this is basically like DJ Comic Con. And the showroom floor is valuable enough, you know? Like gear is a huge part of like what we provide as mobile entertainers, and being able to like see that gear in person is huge. So overall, I definitely think MEX was worth the while. I hope everyone else that went feels the same. Let me know what you thought down below. And can you be a successful DJ without going to a DJ conference? Absolutely, but it wouldn't hurt, right? Get you pumped, get you recharged, get some new insights. And so I was really flattered when Ken, the MC, said that he expects to see more of me at DJ conferences.
For DJ Daryl Bennett, first time, what a guy. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him as well.
So will you be seeing me speak at more of these things? Well, I'd like to. I definitely enjoy it. It was a high moment when like the owner of a multi-op who trained the guy that got me into DJing told me that he liked my lecture. I mean, that was definitely a high moment. It was like a full circle moment. And you know, I think it'd be easier for me logistically if like some company in music were able to help like sponsor me, like help cover like lodging and travel. I definitely think it'd be easier for me to go. I'll even wear your hat or t-shirt or work a booth. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about any of the gear I reviewed, any of the speakers, whether you like the MEX or what DJ conference you do like. And I'll see you in the next video.